For a WWE Championship reign to be well remembered in the course of history, the champion long booking behind him throughout the entirety of that reign. A well-booked title reign can generate fan interest and elevate not only the champion, but the individuals he gets to work with during that reign. In its prestigious 61-year history, the WWE Championship has been held by some of the most iconic names in the history of professional wrestling. Some great wrestlers have had to deal with poor booking during their reigns, which omits them from this list. Nevertheless, a lot of memorable WWE Championship reigns led to the major success of the company and the wrestlers who held it, which ended up becoming a major highlight of WWE history. Welcome to Honor Wrestling Club, and in today's video we'll be counting down the 10 best WWE champions ever from a creative booking perspective. However, before we crack on with the list and find out who are those best booked WWE champions, we will firstly welcome you to Honor Wrestling Club. It means a lot to have you here today, and if you are new here, be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you never miss out on any of the fun content that we produce here at Honor Wrestling Club. Welcome to the club. Now, without further ado, let's crack on with the list with a contentious one. As in at number 10, we have JBL, who underwent a drastic gimmick change in 2004, and he, if we're honest, became one of the best heels of the Ruthless Aggression era. Seeing as SmackDown lacked top heels in 2004, WWE needed to form new stars, and that's exactly what they did when Bradshaw turned from a beer-drinking badass into a Wall Street businessman. Now known as John Bradshaw Layfield, he was placed in a feud with WWE Champion Eddie Guerrero, winning the title at the Great American Bash 2004 in a Texas Bull Rope match. JBL will hold the WWE title for 9 months, becoming one of the longest reigning champions of the 2000s. Throughout his title reign, JBL was booked as a cowardly heel who typically retained his title by interference or disqualification. While it didn't make him look like the strongest champion, it made his heel act a lot more dislikable, and made John Cena's eventual triumph at WrestleMania 21 all that more satisfying. In number 9, we had CM Punk, who had one of the longest WWE title reigns ever, as he was champion throughout the entire year of 2012. CM Punk had an iconic WWE Championship win at Money in the Bank 2011. Maybe you've heard of that one. It was preceded by a little promo called the Pipe Bomb, but nothing important took place there. He would capture the title in his hometown of Chicago, walking out of WWE with the company's most prestigious belt. Punk quickly became the hottest act in all of professional wrestling, and he looked set to become the next face of the company as the decade would progress. At Survivor Series 2011, Punk would capture the WWE Championship for a second time, which kick-started one of the longest WWE title reigns ever. Punk would constantly steal the show against the likes of Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan and John Cena, to name but a few. And while he often took a back seat to whatever John Cena was doing if he wasn't feuding with Punk, his title reign proved to be one of the greatest ever, as Punk not only had fantastic matches, but he evolved his character to make his reign even more memorable, and fit in a really nice heel turn on the 1000th episode of Raw. In number 8, we have Edge, who did so much with so little during his WWE Championship reigns. They only actually had one successful WWE title defense on pay-per-view. Edge won his first WWE Championship in iconic fashion, cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase on John Cena at New Year's Revolution 2006. Edge only held the title for 3 weeks, but he still had a great reign in such a little time, in which he defeated Ric Flair in a brilliant TLC match on Raw, and he would have the infamous live sex celebration with Lita, but let's not focus on that bit now. Edge won the WWE Championship for a second time in July 2006 and would have a fantastic feud with John Cena throughout the year. Throughout the rest of his career, Edge's success became synonymous with the World Heavyweight Championship, but he still had 2 more short stints with the WWE Championship. He captured the WWE title for a 3rd time at Survivor Series 2008, but quickly dropped it to Jeff Hardy at Armageddon 2008. He ended up regaining the title at Royal Rumble 2009 owing to a swerve from Matt Hardy, and once again he would drop it at the next pay-per-view at No Way Out 2009 and would later win the World Heavyweight Championship at the end of the pay-per-view in a fantastic pay-per-view long storyline. In number 7, we have Bret Hart, who was one of the biggest stars of the 90s and was basically the face of the New Generation era. In 1992, Bret Hart would establish himself as one of the top singles stars in WWE. After a great stint with the Intercontinental Championship, it was time for Bret to move up to the main event scene, with the company in desperate need of a major babyface going into the next generation. Bret would defeat Ric Flair to win his first WWE Championship, and his first reign proved extremely successful, with a lot of great matches against the likes of Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 1992 and Razor Ramon at the Royal Rumble 1993. Bret would have another lengthy reign with the WWE title in 1994. During this stint, Bret had his iconic rivalry with his brother Owen, and it was the best WWE title reign as he had great matches against Diesel, the 1-2-3 Kid and Owen Hart. Towards the rest of his WWE career, Bret would hold the WWE Championship 3 more times, with his last reign ending in controversial fashion with the Montreal Screwjob, but it's not very important. I doubt you've ever heard of it. Bret became one of the best WWE champions of all time, and all of his reigns featured fantastic matches with captivating storytelling, which is really just the Bret Hart formula. In number 6, we have Randy Orton, who was one of the most vicious heels ever, and he's the 5th youngest WWE champion ever. Randy Orton's first World Heavyweight Championship reign in 2004 failed to leave a mark, as he only held the title for a month before dropping it back to Triple H during the Reign of Terror. As the years would go on though, Randy was able to recover by becoming one of the most menacing heels in the company. Following John Cena needing to vacate the WWE title due to tearing his pectoral muscle completely off the shoulder in 2007, Randy Orton would finally win his first WWE Championship and would go on to become one of the most decorated legends ever. Sounds like someone a certain legend killer would have to kill, if we're being honest. Randy's WWE Championship reign in 2007 and 2008 was pretty good, as he defended the title against noteworthy challengers such as Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, John Cena and Triple H. Orton began another stint with the WWE title in 2009, in which his psychotic heel persona made him the biggest talking point on WWE television. As the 2010s rolled around, Orton again found himself in and out of the WWE title picture. His last WWE title reign would take place in 2020, and while it was extremely short, Orton's character work elevated his presentation to another level. In number 5, we have Triple H, who overcame a lot of obstacles to get to the top. After leaving WCW, Terror Rising was absolutely determined to reach the mountaintop in WWE, and after a few hurdles, he would win his first WWE Championship in 1999. Throughout the next decade, Triple H was consistently booked as one of the top figures in the company. You could say Triple H's career was more associated with the World Heavyweight Championship rather than the WWE title, but Triple H still built a significant legacy as WWE Champion. As champion, Triple H feuded with the likes of The Rock, Mick Foley, Randy Orton, Edge and John Cena, which made his work with the WWE title well received amongst fans. In number 4, we have John Cena, who is the biggest wrestling star of the 21st century thus far. During the Ruthless Aggression era, John Cena was undoubtedly the wrestler most associated with the WWE Championship. He got his moment of glory at WrestleMania 21 by defeating JBL, and all of his stints with the WWE title were fairly significant. Cena's 380-day reign as WWE Champion was certainly his most iconic, as he had great matches and storylines from 2006 to 2007. As the PG era rolled around, Cena remained in the WWE title picture, mostly feuding with Randy Orton and CM Punk. As he entered the final years of his active wrestler, Cena has been able to leave a huge mark on WWE's most prestigious title. In number 3, we have The Rock, who is the most charismatic wrestler of all time. It's not even in doubt at this point. Steve Austin is very well remembered as the face of WWE's Attitude Era, but you could argue that The Rock had just as much of an impact during one of the most successful periods in WWE history. With Rock's captivating charisma and personality, he rose to the top of WWE's feud chain and cemented himself as a main event player who a lot of fans paid their hard-earned money to see. Rock won his first WWE title at Survivor Series 1998 in the Deadly Games tournament thanks to a beautifully executed double turn. Not quite the WrestleMania 13 double turn, but not too far below that. And he would therefore begin an awesome program with Mankind. They would exchange the title a couple of times, but at the end of it, The Rock walked out on top as champion and was set for a major feud with Stone Cold. Rock would drop the title at WrestleMania 15, and the next time we would hold the title would be at Backlash 2000. The Rock would have a fantastic time in the year 2000. Stone Cold place as the biggest babyface in whilst the Rattlesnake was out injured. In at number 2, we have Hulk Hogan, who helped turn WWE into a global juggernaut. To this very day, Hulk Hogan still holds one of the longest WWE title reigns of all time, as he held the WWE title from 1984 all the way to 1988. This was the run that cemented Hogan as the biggest face in all of pro wrestling, with Hogan taking part in countless matches that drew many eyeballs. Hogan would have another successful reign from 1989 to 1990, but during the early 1990s it looked like the wheels were coming off Hulkamania, as fans were getting a little burnt out of it. Despite this, Hogan still held the WWE title a couple of times before leaving for WCW, and after returning to WWE in 2000, the Hulkster would have another month-long stint with the WWE Undisputed Championship, although the less said about that last one. Mostly remember the first one. In number 1, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who made the Attitude Era a special time. Steve Austin absolutely revolutionized the wrestling business during the late 90s, as his no-nonsense anti-hero persona easily got over with the fans. Austin would win the title for the very first time at WrestleMania 14, and his iconic rivalry with Mr. McMahon would soon develop. Fans rallied behind Austin as he fought against the hardship of an evil authority figure in Mr. McMahon, which undoubtedly made him the biggest babyface in all of professional wrestling. As WWE champion, Austin had many obstacles thrown in his way, which made him a resilient champion. He mostly feuded with The Rock and The Undertaker as WWE champion, which were two of the most iconic feuds in WWE history. And there you have it, there's our list. So what do you think? Who do you think is the best booked WWE champion of all time? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click the like button, the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you never miss out on any of the fun content that we produce here at Honor Wrestling Club. Share this video around with your friends, show your family, confuse them. Go on, it'll be really fun. However, that's all for now. So until next time, I'd just like to thank you for watching and welcome to the club. See ya!